was a sunny day anyway. So why should we complain? It was a sunny day anyway. So why should we?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Thunder and Lightning podcast. I'm Thunder.
And I'm Lightning. Today, even though it won't be when this episode comes out, but today is the day we go on our first Twitch stream.
Yeah.
And we're super excited. And for those of you who haven't been annoyed enough by our advertisements before our episodes, we will be streaming every Sunday at 5 o'clock and some other days in between.
Yeah.
So follow us on Twitter. Follow us. I mean, you could, I guess. I think if we have one. Follow us on
I have
Twitch.
one. Follow me on Twitter at Capcom versus T-Nick. But while you're at it, following me on Twitter, why don't you go hop on over to twitch.tv
Yeah.
/PIERTOOCCULT and follow Thunder and Lightning Gaming.
It's all in the description of this video.
Yes, and every video until Twitch dies or we do.
Yeah. With that, how was your week?
How was my week? Oh man. My week was fine. I've been, I've just been trying to get stuff ready for today.
Yeah.
And when I wasn't doing that, I was writing D&D because we have that coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And when I wasn't doing that, I was playing RE4, which is a video game, so I won't talk about it for any more than I just did.
Because we have a video game podcast.
Because we have a video game podcast. And we're also probably going to play RE4 on this channel.
Probably.
So look out for that. It's just so fun. And that concludes video game chat. Other than that, I didn't really do too much. I didn't watch anything. I didn't leave my house.
Fair.
I mean, except WandaVision, but I think we're going to talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
So that didn't take too long, and I didn't say much, but
That's okay.
my week was
Sometimes we have boring weeks.
yeah. Well, it wasn't boring. It would just be boring to talk about.
Yeah.
And now let me talk about this one time I edited this week.
Well, you could mention that. We did a new thing with editing.
Yeah,
that'll
Hold on, let me get the when is
It
this
wouldn't
video?
have come out yet.
No, I know. Yeah, so this Wednesday when you're listening to this, there'll be a skit with a cool a little bit of CGI, if you will.
It's definitely not CGI.
I don't take this away from me.
We learned a new editing technique, or Thunder learned a new editing technique, and we haven't successfully done it in practice yet. But
No.
we know exactly what to do to make it work now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your week?
My week was good. Recorded some drum and bass tracks for my new Project Shuttles EP. The band is not called Shuttles EP. It's called Shuttle, but they are releasing an EP.
Yes.
This Thursday, I've been working a lot on the guitar parts because we're going in to do guitar tracks this Thursday.
I didn't realize you guys weren't finished.
No. Yeah, we're doing it. Last week was mainly focused on the drums, but the bass, we got a lot of the bass stuff down. This upcoming week, we're going to be focused on essentially strings, but mostly getting our guitar parts down. Then we have a vocal session. So probably 3 sessions.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Recording a little differently than when we recorded the Set the Nation album.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Set the Nation did stuff one day in and out with
2 days.
It was like day 1 is most of it, day 2 is...
Yeah, so day 1 we did basic tracks for everybody. Guitar, piano, drums, bass. Everybody did basic tracks day 1. Day 2 was overdubs and vocals. So this time it's drums, most of bass, guitars, and bass, then vocals and probably dub overs.
Who's doing vocals in this one, Ryan?
Ryan and John doing backups.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. John's in this
Ryan, the guy you just heard
one. Yes.
at the beginning of this podcast.
Ryan, the person who takes us in and leads us out of every episode of this podcast.
But I'm burying the lead.
Oh. What?
Me and Pauline busted ass.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh, he's going into his
Do you know
pocket.
what this
which,
is?
Oh, that is a little wooden guitar? Oh
That's
my
a
God,
USB.
It's a fucking flash drive.
On this USB
Oh.
is the first draft of the first 4 chapters, 21,122 words, 42 pages
Oh.
of our story.
That is, I'm honored. Here, I'm holding it in my hand.
We want you to read it, and while you read it and give us some notes, we're going to be working on a separate project.
Oh, okay.
We have maybe 6 different book ideas, and this is our first story that we're going to make into a trilogy. We have another high fantasy that Pauline started before we even met that we're going to start focusing on while you're reading and taking notes down on that for us, and a bunch of other book ideas. So I think Chris's book updates are going to be a long-standing part of this podcast, if that's okay.
No, that's I'm here for it.
But
I'm excited. It's finally happening.
yeah, only one of 2 USBs, so don't lose it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I'll yeah.
Also, I
it's-
love that USB.
No, yeah. That not often do you see a wooden
Yeah,
one.
a wooden USB shaped like a guitar.
Yeah. Or really just anything.
Electronic that's wooden.
Yeah. If it
Yeah.
wasn't a USB, like USB, it'll be fine. But if it was anything else, it'd probably just melt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or catch on fire.
or just straight up catch on fire. Yeah. But yeah, that's good.
There it is. I told you February.
You know what? You did.
And you have it, and we're very excited to hear what you have. Pauline said, please take it easy on us, Anthony.
Okay.
I think it's fucking awesome. I'm not saying there's no room for improvement. Obviously, there is. But
Yeah.
I think we're doing really well. If I can just give you a quick, so it's 4 chapters.
Yeah.
There's going to be 6 main characters. Oh, God.
Oh no.
Oh, the mic.
How did that happen?
I was holding, I don't know.
Okay.
There's going to be 6 main characters. At chapter 4, you've been introduced to 3.
Oh, okay.
The the fourth one is probably going to be page 43, chapter 5 introduced.
Got it.
It's like they're walking through a door right now, and that character is on the other side of that door.
Okay.
And that character being the one you're probably waiting to be introduced the most to in this
Oh,
book.
okay. All right. I'm down.
Yeah.
I
So
like all that.
So yeah, that's pretty much my week. A lot of music, a lot of writing, and a lot of getting pumped for this. So just a lot. This was a big week
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Yeah. So that was that's been my week.
Yeah. Is there I have a 0 news that I've brought.
Hold on.
I'm
Old
sure-
screenshots.
I'm sure something happened.
Ye old screenshots usually help me. Okay. Spider-Man 3. Take
Oh,
this
God, what
take
about
this
it?
with a grain of salt. Everybody, please. William Dafoe reportedly on set reprising Green Goblin role.
Okay, fucking at this point I'm going to be in this goddamn movie.
Well,
Like
no.
who the fuck
If so, one of a few things. One, most of this has to be bullshit, right? 2, if it's not, they're definitely going to be 5-second cameos going through
That's the
different
thing,
realms.
right? Like, there's no way that this movie is about Tom Holland's Spider-Man and it has the supporting cast of Charlie
Every
Cox's
Spider-Man
Daredevil, also
ever.
every other Spider-Man ever, and every Spider-Man villain and supporting character
If
from
it
every
is-
Spider-Man movie
If
ever.
it is, this will be the best fucking Marvel movie, and it's gonna challenge Endgame. If the case is Tom Holland fights every canonical filmed Spider-Man villain
No,
ever.
dude, in a perfect universe, it's Into the Spider-Verse live action,
Right.
which is what we've always wanted.
Right.
But I don't like. I just doubt that all this stuff is gonna happen. Like news report after news report is like, at some point there's too many like big names, too many
Yeah.
main characters. Like you can't tell me that all 3 Spider-Men and Daredevil are going to be in this movie, along with, like, I think, like, 5 villains that they've announced already.
It'll be amazing if that's the case. It'll be unbelievable. It will rival Endgame as far as, like, who pulled off the craziest cast.
Yeah. And even Endgame was like, obviously this happened.
We all expected it.
Right. And obviously this happened for plot reasons, but even Endgame was like, okay, in the last 20 minutes and now all the cameos,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Cameos, if you will, quote unquote. But this one, like, when does this movie come out on the timeline? Does it come out after Doctor Strange?
I think so.
Hang on, let me look that up real quick, because if it comes out after Doctor Strange, hold on, list of Marvel movies, because with the new WandaVision episode that I won't spoil yet, and, you know, Doctor Strange happening, it could just be literally alternate dimensions. I mean,
Right.
I don't know what it would be if it wasn't. You're not going to tell me that they're all canonical. Like, there's no way that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was around and we all forgot about him, and now we're on
Right.
Tom Holland's.
Right.
And then Iron Man goes to Tom Holland Spider-Man, and he's like, but they're both called Peter. No, it's got to be different dimensions.
Different dimensions. If they're gonna intertwine these, it has to be different dimensions.
Yeah, no,
Has to be.
It goes Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, then Spider-Man, then Doctor Strange.
Cool.
They don't have a movie slated for oh, just kidding. Oh, they have a lot of movies slated for 2022. Never mind what I was about to say.
I don't even trust that anymore. And it's not Marvel's fault. It's just who knows when we're going to actually get these movies.
Yeah.
Because they are hell-bent, obviously, on having their films in theaters. And if that's the case, who knows when they're going to get the audience they want. Because I'm not going to go see it right now.
Right.
Maybe after I'm vaccinated and it's a seat apart from everybody and we all wear masks, will I go see a movie this year?
Yeah, I don't.
Only after the second vaccination.
Interesting we're talking about this, because I actually, 2 things.
Yes.
One, what is your opinion of the title Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? Because I actually hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Sounds like an Animaniacs title.
I don't. It definitely sounds not serious.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like it doesn't want me to take it seriously. But also something that someone was talking about the other day. When, you know, however long this takes, when there's no more virus and everyone's vaccinated and the vaccine is like more widely distributed, let's say,
Yes.
okay, no, there's no more virus, you get sick with a cold or something, are you gonna wear a mask?
Oh yeah, well I was talking about this when it first started. I think Japan's been doing this shit for like 100 years.
Yeah.
You get sick, wear a mask.
Yeah.
It'll stop the prevention of a. I would like to think I will. I think society's gonna dictate whether or not we do this. I think it's gonna go one of 2 ways. Either everybody learns from this and tries their hardest to stop the spread of disease,
Yeah.
or it's gonna be a trigger thing where people are gonna think back to COVID if you're wearing a mask, which is a shittier way
Yeah.
to go about it, but I could see society going one of 2 ways.
Yeah, there's obviously, like, you know, if it does happen, there's obviously, like, it happens for a bit and then we all get casual again.
Right.
And we, like, let it slide. But I think, like, no more COVID, like, year 1, I'm still going to be, like, new building, I enter, hand sanitizer. I think I'm going to carry a mask, and if I see something shady, I'll wear it. Or, like, if I get sick, I'll wear it or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not a revolutionary thing.
Right.
Japan's been way ahead of the game. I'd say Japan. I'm sure there's other countries that do it, but they're the most prominent. That,
Yeah.
Like, you get sick, you wear a mask.
I remember when, oh, is that a big old truck? Oh, my God. Oh, they're not stopping on the street. Okay, we're good. We're good. I remember when this was just starting, in, like, Italy and stuff, and it was, like, barely here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went to PAX East, and even then, some people were like, I wouldn't do that because there's going to be a lot of people there, and this was very early on, so
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be fine, and I was, but I should have been more careful. But I remember, people were wearing masks at PAX East, and I, being a person who knows about other cultures, was like, oh, okay, they're trying to be preventative and not get sick. This thing might be really serious. And then I remember I saw, like, I don't know why I was watching it, but it was like on the actual news, like PAX East, everyone's wearing masks, and they were like interviewing people at PAX East, and people were just like, yeah, it's super weird, it makes me scared, and I'm just like, good. It should make you scared, like you're
Right.
gonna get sick if you don't. I can't, like, how far we've come, how like the first like the like second week of this thing being in America, people were like, I don't know, still masks are weird.
Yeah.
And now it's literally like, don't look at me if you're not wearing a mask. The other day, my dad's medicine came in, and there's a dude who drops it off, and this dude will just straight up, like, if you don't come to the door first time he knocks, he'll walk away. And I was upstairs, so I ran all the way downstairs. And he was halfway to his car, and I was like, oh, I'm over here. But because I ran down, I didn't have a mask on, so I just kind of put my shirt over my nose. And he was like, no, man, I got you. And he threw it to me, and I would have caught it, but the wind took it, and it went,
no.
like, into a bush. It was a whole thing.
Jesus. I had something I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I talk a lot.
No. It was going off of what you just said. I just lost it for a second. We get medicine deliveries at work, right?
Yeah.
And the guy shows up. I happen to be the one who picked it up today when he rang the doorbell, and he had no mask, no gloves, and I was like, "Are you serious? You're a delivery man, dude!" And I literally had to take the packages from his hands, and I was like, "Wow!" There was another time when we had COVID at the house, not
Right.
my house, the house I work at. The guy showed up to pick up our tests. We already knew there were 2 positives in the house,
Right.
but a delivery guy came to pick up our tests to see if anybody else was positive without gloves or a mask.
What?
And he like had to walk right up to the front door to a
That's-
house that he knows has COVID in it.
That's so, like, like,
and we're in full hazmat
Right.
suits, like
that's
handing
so,
him this.
like, okay, Domino's delivery guy, if he's not wearing a mask, I get upset.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I've gotten Domino's maybe 85 times during quarantine, and only once has someone not been wearing a mask. So good on you, Domino's. Good track record. But what I'm getting at is, like, he shows up without a mask. I'm annoyed. I disinfect all the food boxes and stuff.
Well, he didn't come into the house. He just had to come right up to the door.
Right. No, but still, what I'm saying is, like, the difference between Domino's delivery driver and I'm bringing medicine to a
Oh, those. I thought you were talking about the guy who took our tests. I see what you're saying. Yeah. The asshole who showed up with our medicine
right. Yeah.
for the residents, and
It's just like this is not where my head is at. I'm always going to wear a mask no matter what. But if there's someone who's like, I don't need a mask for this, why would delivering medicine to a healthcare facility be that? Like, that's just so weird to me.
just ignorance. You know,
It's not even just ignorance. It's because it is ignorance, obviously. But it's almost like literally like, I don't care if I get sick or get other people sick. I don't know. That's baffling.
in other news,
Yes.
Studio Ghibli is building a real-life Howl's Moving Castle.
What? Is it gonna move?
That was my first thought. I read those words, and as quickly as you did, I was like, "Oh wait, is it gonna move?"
Yeah, in my head, I'm already past, like, I'm sure they can do it, whatever. It doesn't move, though. I know it won't teleport me to different, like, regions in the kingdom, but Do it move?
Because if what they mean is the Studio Ghibli Park is making a Howl's Moving Castle building,
Attraction?
of course they are.
Yeah.
Does that bitch move? Is what what is newsworthy? We all know they're making a Studio Ghibli Park. If you're gonna talk about the Howl's Moving Castle attraction and say they're building a Howl's Moving Castle, you gotta tell me if it moves.
Yeah. That new the Studio Ghibli CGI movie is finally
Yeah.
out.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No, everyone has been really disliking it, and I'm very curious to watch it because I'm wondering if
That
it's
could be a cinematic relief.
yeah, totally. I'm wondering if it's actually bad or if people are just like, this is different.
Oh, I'm
you
sure
know?
there's gonna be hit. Well, I mean, it's almost on the same level as Star Wars, where it's like, oh, they did something different.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna fuck them up for that. Who
Yeah.
cares how good it is?
I saw one article that said, like, it was worded as, like, Studio Ghibli's new film is the end of an era. And I was like, it
Calm
can't
down.
be that bad. It can't
Calm
be that
down.
bad. I've never seen a Studio Ghibli film that I was like, that was terrible.
Yeah.
It's either really, really good or it's like, yeah, okay, I could see why people like that. Like,
Yeah.
my least favorite one is, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but my least favorite one is My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah.
But I recognize that is a good movie that people enjoy. It just wasn't for me.
Just
I don't know. I
because
just-
they
I
try
can't-
something different doesn't mean it's the end of an era.
Yeah.
They're,
That's why I'm
they're
curious-
Gonna go back to hand drawn films.
Right,
you know?
right. This is just one movie, and it's taking long because it's CGI
Yeah.
and not. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not gonna.
They also did.
I don't know which. I don't know if hand drawn versus computer graphic imaging takes longer.
They also did a woodblock movie in the '90s.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh,
or at least that was the artistic styling it was supposed to be. Calm down. They're trying different things out.
that's why I'm.
CGI's been out since 1993 in a full Toy Story.
Yeah.
Toy Story was the first full animated CGI movie.
Yeah.
That was like 1993, 1994. It's 2021, and they're doing their first one.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Because that's the thing. Like, they never said
That they were switching over to CGI.
they also that like permanently no more. Yeah.
Right.
They also never said like at the beginning of all this they weren't like our creed is that we will only do 2D
Right.
hand drawn animation. And
They
if
prided
we,
themselves on it, but they never said they
Of
weren't going to
course,
try
yeah.
other stuff.
No, their movies are gorgeous, and I'm sure the new one is no different. That's why I'm so curious to see it because I want to actually watch this fucking movie and not hear what other people have to say
Right.
about it. Because maybe it is terrible. Who knows? But maybe it's really good. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. Don't know how I would watch it. Probably HBO Max eventually
Right.
because all of his movies are on there.
That's
right?
what I figured.
Yeah,
How are people watching it? It's got to be somewhere.
I'm assuming like in Japan,
Oh.
like in theaters and stuff, or
Okay.
maybe. I assume that I always assume that Japanese movies come out there first. It was like I think like a full year before we like officially got Shin Godzilla after they released it.
Okay.
Is there any other non-WandaVision news?
Those were. Hold on. Back to the screenshots. Those were the first two I saw. Our first video to hit 30,000 views happened.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Wayne's World.
Oh yeah.
Wayne's World has a commercial that you can already see on YouTube, but it's airing today for the first time at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If you're a Wayne's World fan, it was pretty close to home. And
Oh, have you
maybe-
seen it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
already saw it, and maybe it means they'll make a movie. They
So-
look like the characters still.
So here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
One, what was it a commercial for?
It was Grubhub.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry, Uber Eats.
Got
Uber
it.
Eats.
Got it. So Grubhub.
Yeah, right.
Two, how long was it? Was it like one of
it
those
was a
like
minute.
Oh, okay. So it was an actual advertisement.
was a
it
real
wasn't like
commercial.
one of those.
No,
like,
it's not. It's not. There's the extended cut commercial.
right. Yeah.
And then there's the.
Because they'll do that shit sometimes.
I mean,
where
they
they're like,
could
we made
probably-
a 15-minute Super Bowl ad. Obviously, the 30-second version's going to play during the actual Super Bowl.
Right.
But here, watch our short film. But it's
I
for
mean-
Grubhub.
They could cut it to 30 seconds if they want to, but it seems like it's just a minute.
Wait, Uber Eats. It's not stylized like that Patrick Stewart, Mark Hamill commercial, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So it's literally them. I mean, if I can spoil this commercial,
Yeah.
they do a.
I mean, I don't care.
they do a.
If you don't want spoilers for this commercial, skip ahead like 45 minutes.
They do a gag in each movie where they're like, "We'd never sell out," and they're wearing like all
right?
Adidas.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so in this commercial, they're like, "Eat local," and we'd never. And it's flashing "Eat local." It's like we'd never try to corrupt you with any weird. And then he's holding a baby, and he's dressed like Wayne, and it says "Eat local," and then Garth has one the same, and then they're like, "I hate when they have celebrity guests. Isn't that right, Cardi B?" And she's just.
Good.
And then they're like, "We wouldn't do like new trends," and they do that TikTok thing or whatever it is where you jump and you're in a different outfit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
funny. It was pretty good if
That's
you're a
cool.
Wayne's World fan. Yeah, it was a funny commercial.
I love whenever Wayne's World gets brought up, I think about this. There's a scene in the Wayne's World movie which came out like 30 years ago at this point, but there's a scene where there's like a director character.
Yes.
They like Wayne's World is like a TV show now,
Yeah.
and there's like a director character who they dislike. And there's this one scene where Garth is like building a robot
Oh, yeah.
arm or
Yeah.
something, and the director comes over and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" or whatever. And the director's like,
Don't you like the new changes? is
Yeah,
what he
yeah.
says.
And he's being super nice essentially to Garth. And then the robot hand like tries to attack and kill the director dude, but it's very subtle. It's just like Garth like holding this hand down like, "No, don't. He's cool now," basically. And it's like it's one of those things that like you could totally not notice that,
Yeah.
and the movie still functions, but it's just it's yeah.
Oh, we got a cat. But yeah, it was a good commercial. You want to talk WandaVision?
I do want to talk WandaVision. I said I wouldn't do this that often, but hot damn, if it wasn't the best episode so far of WandaVision.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
A couple things. One thing incredibly relevant to what we talked about on last week's podcast, the fucking accent is back.
Yeah, no kidding.
And it wasn't like good. Like
No.
It felt like she went out of her way to make it like there's thick accent in Age of Ultron, and then there's no accent in WandaVision, but then there's like I'm sort of losing it. Maybe I was never really good at doing accents Civil War, and it's back to that,
Right.
which is interesting.
She I feel a little better after what you told me where they're with their what was
We're good.
with their whole sorry. That was a long time not saying anything. Voice acting instructor, I don't know whoever instructed them to be like just do a Slavic accent but not want any specific one.
Yeah.
That was a bad choice that lasted many movies.
Well, because if you remember the quote, it was a choice to take her American accent and his British accent and meet it in the middle.
Yeah, that was a bad choice.
And then he was only around for the one movie.
Right.
And then she had to stick with this weird fake accent.
Which is a tough get for her. But then just make it your own. Just do a
Right.
Russian accent in the next movie. That's practically what you're doing anyway.
Right.
So just do it.
I don't know why in that quote, if you remember, she said like we specifically didn't want it to be Russian because
Why?
Black Widow because Black Widow is Russian, but Black Widow doesn't have
She
a
doesn't
Russian
have an
accent in the
right.
movies. So what at the point I don't know. so audiences wouldn't confuse. Wait, that's not Black Widow, but she's got a Russian accent. I thought it was weird that they went out of their way to say that she doesn't have a nickname.
Oh, I know.
I think the fact that that was such a long scene of them being like, so you're confirming verbally that she has no nickname. I think she's like, that's going to be part of the show. Like, I think someone's going to say the word Scarlet Witch at some point or something. I don't know why.
That was weird. I mean, have they not called her or referenced her as such?
No.
Okay.
No, they've never once said Scarlet Witch. And I remember in that interview that I watched of her a while back, one of the questions was like, blah, 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 Scarlet Witch. And she was like, I don't think we've ever actually called the character Scarlet Witch. Cut to this. And they're like, yes, audience.
There was another moment like that in this very episode where she was like, Hex. And I was like, okay, well, that's a thing.
Oh,
saying.
yeah. Yeah.
Don't pretend like you made up that word. It's a thing.
Right. Yeah. Hex is like a thing that people call spells.
Yeah.
And it's a witch thing.
Right.
And this person's superhero name has witch in it.
Yes.
I don't know. Weird stuff is happening. So that the security footage that
Yeah.
they showed, that was actually it was going to be the after the credits scene for Endgame.
Oh,
But
really?
they cut it because I'm assuming, this is just me assuming, but I assume that they wanted Endgame to flow better with the credits and the crying
Yeah.
and whatnot. And also that's kind of a lot to, like, I like how they did it in the show, how we didn't get that bit of information until right now.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been... It would have made me a bit more understanding of WandaVision
Yeah.
had I seen that, but Endgame did its best.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think they made a good choice. I think Endgame would have felt weird with an after the credits scene. And if you remember, they re-released Endgame.
Yeah.
And it did have an after the credits scene, but it was the first scene of Spider-Man Far From Home.
I would have rather this... I would have... Because that sucked. That was literally just the first 10 minutes of a movie I'm going to see next month.
Yeah.
I would have rather that in the second release of Endgame.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's when to release it. If you want your perfect credit sequence with the music and the signatures and the Iron Man noise at the end, then fine. But when you do your weird re-release with like deleted scenes and a bonus piece about Stan Lee and stuff, yeah, it makes me think that the scene wasn't finished, but it seems like it was.
Yeah.
Because we're never gonna see that scene. That footage was repurposed for that like off the shoulder cam thing.
Yeah. I'm glad they utilized it. But I think
me too.
I think it would have been placed better the way we're saying.
Yeah. Who do we think Monica texted? Because she was like, I know someone who's into aeronautics or whatever the fuck. And then she texted someone that we never talked about it again. Because someone brought up
noticed
Captain Marvel and she was like, change the subject.
Yeah, I thought that was a little weird. Like, I get it. She knows Captain Marvel, but
Yeah.
like, what's her beef?
I assume that Captain Marvel never visited because I'm pretty sure she explicitly told little kid version of her that she would come and visit.
Oh, okay.
And then the next time she hit Earth was Endgame, I'm pretty sure.
And all of a sudden, she's back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense. But I remember that scene happening, and I was just like, okay, chill. You know her. If somebody off the cuff mentioned you somewhere, I'd be like, shut up. Talk about somebody else.
Yeah. And then the biggest spoiler, if you haven't watched the episode, I'm assuming you clicked off already, but please, I'm about to spoil. They got the fucking guy who plays Quicksilver in the X-Men movies
Yeah.
to play the Quicksilver. And I'm just like, he was obviously like sitcomed.
Right.
He was like under her spell or whatever. So I'm wondering if Evan Peters is playing someone else
Right.
who has been literally cast as Pietro, or if she actually somehow pulled a different Quicksilver from another dimension. And the way we'll know is if he uses fucking super speed.
Right. Well, you know what's I just realized Vision's just a better version of him. You know what would be super cool?
Yeah.
Is if what they've been doing with the blip.
Yeah.
As they've been referring to it as.
Yeah.
Where you get a bunch of different pieces of the same scene.
Yeah.
What if that moment that he shows up is the moment where Doctor Strange opens up the multiverse?
Oh my god, you're thinking that a bunch of actual multiverse stuff is going to happen and then we're going to get the backstory as to why it happened in
Yeah.
Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
That would be really cool. I
Right?
would not mind that. Here's my theory for Doctor Strange, and I don't think I've told this to anybody yet. I have a feeling that some of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is going to take place
Inside his head when he's checking out all the different realities. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have.
No,
interrupted.
I was going to say while he's snapped away. I think
Oh.
that Doctor Strange is the only character who's powerful enough to survive somewhere when he was snapped away. And whether he went to a different dimension or whether he's somewhere in, maybe he's in the dark dimension, who knows? But I think that I think that some of this movie, like 10 or 20 minutes, is going to be like, now, even though you thought he didn't exist that whole time like everyone else, here's what Doctor Strange was doing during the 5 years that everyone was snapped away by Thanos.
That'd be crazy.
And then through that, obviously we need a catalyst to open the multiverse, right?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is going to, at one point, against his will or not, open a portal to the multiverse, and Scarlet Witch is going to be there to help him do it, or maybe be the villain. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of like holding out hope that Scarlet Witch is actually the villain of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, because they've already confirmed that it's going to be a PG-13 horror film,
Yeah.
and she's been like kind of scary
Mm-hmm.
this show, like legitimately. I know you won't get the reference, but I've been getting big Doki Doki Literature Club vibes with now the credits are playing and I'm in control of your media.
Yeah.
Also, something that was interesting.
The credits started and then stopped. In
Yeah,
this
yeah,
episode.
stuff like that. Yeah. In the recap, they changed it. She said, instead of saying, he was like, "Where's Geraldine?" Right? And instead of saying, "Oh, she went home," she said she didn't belong here. And people think that the reason it changed is because Sword is also seeing the recaps. So that was sort of like a
Okay.
threat to them. Like,
Wow.
don't fucking send another Sword agent here. Also, the commercial was the best one yet. I loved it so much. When you make a mess you didn't mean to make, or whatever the fuck it said.
I didn't get the reference. Who was it?
Lagos? It's
Yeah.
the town that she exploded at the beginning of Civil War.
Oh shit!
And they literally said, when you make a mess you didn't
Oh,
mean
no.
to.
Oh no! Oh, that makes it awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I do want to quickly check in on Goop Troop, because we have a special Goop Troop episode.
Oh, is it what we were talking about?
Yeah, it's one of those special episodes where I'm not actually on goop.com, because Chris, of his own volition, found a website that we're probably not going to play like the game that we play where he guesses the price and stuff. But
I'll still guess the price.
I just want to talk about TommyRousseau.com just for a minute. It's and this is full disclosure, my first time visiting this website.
Yeah.
It is essentially, as far as I can tell, a website where you can buy Tommy Wiseau merchandise, and you can buy the movie that he makes and stuff, the movies. But
No, just one movie.
he's only selling the room.
Yeah.
Not interesting. But
From what I saw.
he also has like stuff he designed, I guess, like clothes I'm looking right now at
Yeah.
I'm looking at. This is literally what the listing is: 3 briefs plus free The Room DVD plus free mask special sale.
Yes, for $28.99.
So for $39.99, but
Oh,
it's
it
on
went up.
But it's on sale for $19.99.
Oh,
So
that's
this
what
is
it
of
is.
course Tommy Wiseau branded underwear that
Yes.
say Tommy Wiseau on the band, and that's what you're paying the $40 for. And according to this listing, and you get a free copy of The Room on DVD. And you also get a free mask. Now, don't get it twisted. Chris told me about this free mask thing, and my first thought was Halloween mask of Tommy Wiseau's face. And then immediately I was like, well, no, of course he means a COVID mask. And then I was like, is it a COVID mask that says, like, you're tearing me apart, Lisa, on it, or stuff like that? No, it's just a fucking medical mask.
Yeah.
Just like your standard issue. Like, get it in a fucking plastic bag, buy it from fucking convenience store. This is a watch.
Yeah, he's got a lot of watches on there.
Oh, good. You can't click on the picture, only the words. Good website, dude. This is a $140 watch called the Sophisticate. That's on sale for $50, which is like an 80% sale or some shit. I'm just going down the list. This is see, this is a backpack with his branding on it. Wiseau gear, Tommy Wiseau products, and it's a TW, which I'm assuming stands for Tommy Wiseau backpack, and free The Room Blu-ray. So you're spending $60 for the backpack, but you do in fact get the Blu-ray with this one.
Yeah.
If you want to buy the underwear, you get the DVD.
Do you know how much money the Blu-ray is? Have you gotten there yet?
Is there a section for that?
Because literally, if you want the Room Blu-ray, buy it in one of these deals. Do not just buy the Blu-ray.
Yeah, so the Blu-ray is $22.99, but it's on sale. Everything's on sale on the site, which makes me think that Paltrow style, it's always on sale.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
never supposed to be bought for $22.99, but it's on sale for $16. But then, I'm not seeing...
Oh, I saw one for $28.99.
Yeah, I'm not. It's a bad website. Here's The Room Blu-ray by Tommy Wiseau, U.S. and worldwide format, $50.
Okay.
Don't know what that is about. I guess it just comes with subtitles, is what it's saying. I did find
pay an extra $30 for subtitles?
I guess what else could U.S. and worldwide format mean? Because he's also got underneath it The Room DVD by Tommy Wiseau worldwide version, all countries. And I did in fact find a 2-pack of both of his films, The Room and The Neighbors, for $15.
Oh,
on DVD.
Dude, I'd do that.
But yeah, literally, this is The Room. It's the same picture and the same price, $50, but it's really $20. And it's okay. So this one is you buy underwear and you get the Blu-ray. This one is you buy underwear, you get the DVD, but it's the same price, exact same price.
Oh, he wanted an option for people who haven't gotten Blu-rays yet.
But Blu-ray, it should be more expensive.
You know what I just realized? This movie's never going to be on a streaming service. This is the
No.
only way you're going to be able to.
Yeah, this is the only
view
way
this
you
movie.
can buy this. This is a unisex. Jesus Christ. Unisex 2 t-shirt 1 tap Blu-ray and only $30. Wait, the listing says only $30, but the price is $60 slashed out with 30 next to it. So I guess this is any 2 shirts you want and a Blu-ray. Oh, and of course a mask.
And a question mark.
And a question mark.
He only does male underwear, by the way. Or is it unisex? Is that what they're considering it?
He's got a women's section,
Yeah, he does.
but there's no underwear. You're right. There is a doggy plushie.
Yes.
Oh,
And
for
how
free.
How many E's on the doggy plushie?
3.
Yes.
It's completely free.
Yeah, with any purchase.
Oh, with any purchase of the jacket. I see. That's not how... Okay, whatever.
Yeah, why did they give it its own...
Its own listing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Happy 4th of July 2020 special sale free dog tag with any purchase is out of stock.
Oh no.
I mean, I guess it is unisex. It is weird that I'm in the... Oh, no, there's ladies' underwear.
Oh, there is?
They look identical to the
Yeah, are
men's
they
underwear.
just like skin tight boxers?
Yeah.
Like the guys?
Yeah,
Cool.
essentially. Boxer briefs, if you will. Some of these pictures, man, they're making me lose it. Some of these pictures are clearly just like, hey, my cousin Stephanie, take a picture in this shirt. I put it on my website. Also, the website has the header for the website is just a really young picture of Mr. Rousseau.
From like the 80s.
Yeah. Probably in his home country, whatever that may be. Don't worry, though. The site accepts PayPal. Thank you for listening to Thunder and Lightning podcast. Tune into our live stream for the love of Christ. We'll be there.
Yeah.
So why not? Throw us a follow. Even if you can't tune in, following is free and it will help us out. We're trying to
Yes.
get to...
Even if you don't want to watch us, just follow and it will be extremely helpful.
Yes, our goal is 50 followers, which is basically the minimum before Twitch starts recognizing you as a real streamer. So that would be very cool. And we have 150 something subscribers. So if everyone listening followed on Twitch, that'd be very helpful, and we would appreciate it greatly. Was there anything else you wanted to touch on before we call it a day?
I think that's it.
Our theme song is Sunny Day by Froggy and the Friendship. You can find that on their SoundCloud. And our Let's Play theme song is Sunny Bit, which is the 8-bit version of Sunny Day, also by them, also on their SoundCloud. Fuck yeah, I did it in one take. I didn't stutter at all. Eat shit. And until next time, I've been Thunder.
I'm Lightning.
Stay safe, stay clean, and we'll see you next time.
The most amazing video game. I only